How often do you hear the phrase work smarter, not harder? I know I say this a lot. And have you ever thought about where that actually comes from and what does working smarter actually look like? Well, I want to unpack this a little today because this has been coming up a lot with the leaders and teams that we support, where people say, I feel like I'm wearing 15 different hats, where there's not enough of me to go around, there's not enough hours in the day. And they're working really, really hard. They're putting in lots of hours. They feel like they can't unplug. And frequently, it is leading to excess stress and, in some cases, even burnout. And we know it's not sustainable. So, when we say, well, how can you work smarter? They don't even know where to begin because so often we equate hard work with how many hours we put in, hard work with the volume of work we produce. But there is a big difference between intensity of work and volume of work. And this came up recently with Adam Grant, and it's been brought to the forefront. And I thought, let's do a Rosie in my pocket about it. So, if we think about this, there's a lot of research to support that it's not about the volume or the number of hours we necessarily need to put in to get good at something, to grow, to scale, to be effective. It's more about really finding how we can be hyper focused and have almost short bursts of sprint like activity and be really, really intentional and intense about how we go about it. So often we are multitasking, and instead of being hyper focused on answering some emails or working on a project, we do two other things, we answer a text, and then we come back and we end up putting in way more hours and volume than we have the capacity for. But when we learn how to be focused, and let's say do a 50-minute sprint where we're hyper focused on something, and then we take a break because our bodies need breaks. When we do not build in breaks and self care, we actually become counterproductive. So my invitation and my challenge for you this week is to think about where can you focus more on intensity than volume and see what opens up for you in your energy, in your effectiveness, and your impact. I would love to hear what does. And if you've already put this into practice, I'd love to hear what has opened up for you as well. And remember, when we focus more on intensity, we have a greater opportunity to let more of our sparkle shine.